Hey everybody, it's me, 4. And I took a poll online to see which movie I should review next. And the choices were Us, Pet Sematary, or jokingly I said Dumbo. Can you guess which movie won? Yeah, not the one I wanted. Cue the intro. So, in this poll I learned 2 things. 1, all my friends are assholes. And 2, my wife's a big asshole. Because she actually went out of her way to convince people to vote for Dumbo. Yay. Thank you so much. I really appreciated that. So here's the thing about Dumbo. I don't remember the original one. It was a cartoon? Back in 1960, 70, 80s maybe? Made by Walt Disney. You know, the guy who has a severed head, but it's like still alive in some kind of weird stasis animation cryogenic thing for when space aliens come down and invade, then they can bring him back to life. Or maybe it's to be put into a robot body. I'm not sure, but they did that with him. Okay, I'm all down for that. So I can't really compare it to the original, even though some people say that they destroyed their childhood by remaking this one. I remember there was like a cartoon mouse, and I don't remember if Dumbo talked in the original or not. I don't think he did. I think the mouse did, kind of like the cricket in the other Walt Disney movie with the wooden boy and the penis nose. Yeah, I remember that one. That was weird. And I think illegal. Fucking Walt Disney. Anyway, but in this one, I'm gonna just go ahead and talk about the actual film, and not try to compare it to the cartoon because I don't really remember it. Although I do remember there's like an acid trip part in the cartoon, and believe me, they included that in here. I mean, I guess they figured they couldn't not include the acid, but okay. You know, somebody made the joke, hey, 4, you should review this film as though it was a horror movie. Holy shit! That ain't too far from it, people. Okay? Like, this movie starts out on a down-on-your-luck, traveling circus, right? That has seen some hard times. And, Danny DeVito, he's a scruffy bum-looking guy who ends up selling half the circus and laying people off where he has, you know, making ends meet. You know. Whatever circus people have to do. Okay. His horse trainer guy comes back. Apparently his children, the horse trainer's children, are still with the circus. That's some good parenting. Right? But he comes back from the war, the French war. I guess that was over fries. Or bread. I don't know. I guess. He's missing his arm. Like, boop, it's gone. Apparently from the war, or maybe a little too much. I mean, sometimes you get hairy palms, sometimes your arm explodes. The scruffy bum guy, aka Danny DeVito, has sold all this other shit, aka that guy's horses, and then said, oh, you can clean up elephant poop because I bought an elephant with your money that I sold your horses for. They're glue now. And the guy's like, awesome, I have one arm. I can scoop poop with one arm. That's the best. Anyway, so, he does. But, the elephant's pregnant and pops out this little elephant that, has giant ears, so they're embarrassed about it for some reason. Because elephants don't have big ears or something. I guess. Weird. And anyway, the elephant's like, you know, big ears and big blue eyes, and everybody's like, it's a big, dumb, stupid elephant. Looks dumb because he's got big ears. Let's make fun of it. Nah. Let's call him Dumbo because he trips over his ears and he's stupid. Nah. I mean, whatever. I mean, people with big ears are called Dumbo because of this movie, by the way. The old one. Future reference. if you ever got big ears and stuff in school and people call you Dumbo, blame Walt Disney, alright? Give him the finger. I don't really mean like the finger. Give him like the middle finger, specifically. Because seriously, it's his fault. Dumbo is referencing Dumbo's big ears. So if you have big ears and you're called Dumbo, ha 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 ha, it's because you're a big dumb elephant, apparently. Go figure. Anyway, well, these little kids discover that Dumbo can magically fly when he sucks a feather into his trunk. And it's weird because last time I sucked a feather into my trunk, all that did was give me a urinary tract infection, and that sucked. So I didn't fly, and I mean I just went to the doctor. That's what I did, and was on antibiotics for like a week. That's all I did. So thanks a lot, Dumbo, for teaching me that lesson. Funny fact, go and listen. Tim Burton directed this. I had no idea. But as the film progressed, musically, visually, overall tone and atmosphere, I made sarcastic comments to my wife. I said, this is like if Tim Burton did Dumbo. Because it's like sad and dramatic and almost like a horror movie in its own right with the tone and tempo. I mean, it really screamed dark Dumbo horror movie. And my wife's like, no. And I was like, yeah. Like this movie, if you just stuck it between like Edward Scissorhands and like the one where people eat people because he makes them into pies. I forgot that one. But if you put it in between, it could fit in that world. And I was kidding. I wasn't really kidding. I meant it could fit there. But I was just kidding. If Tim Burton did Dumbo, this would be it. Lo and behold, at the end of credits, it goes directed by Tim Burton, a Tim Burton film. I'm like, shut up. I totally called that. Totally called it. I didn't mean to, but yeah, I'm amazing. I know. But, anyway, so, the guy, what's his name? Batman. Michael Keaton. He shows up, he's like, I got some money. I'm gonna tempt you with greed. Yada yada. Dan DeVito's like, yeah, okay, cool, let's do this. And then, they made a partnership and blah, 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 blah. Long story short, it was bullshit. And Danny DeVito got screwed over, and his crew, which is like a family, got screwed over. And they break out Dumbo. Oh, wait a minute, though. Lex Luthor shows up, which is weird because you got the Batman thing going on, where Danny DeVito used to be the Penguin. And see, Michael Keaton was Batman. But then Lex Luthor shows up. No joke, it's weird. But it's like Lex Luthor, if he was like Superman. You know, like the old Superman? What was his name? I don't know, dude ended up in a wheelchair and like was half robot. Christopher Reeves, thank you. Anyway, it's like if Lex Luthor was Christopher Reeves. I'm not kidding. I'll put a picture up here somewhere. I couldn't find the Dumbo screen, so I just used that. But anyway, the point being is, it was pretty weird. I don't know. Here, let me see if I can like. Oh, my thing ain't on. Beep. Ooh, somewhere up here. Anytime now. TV, that would be great. TV, catch up to me, buddy. You gotta help me out here, bro. TV, do your job, TV. 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 Okay, my TV doesn't want to work with me, but Lex Luthor would be back there at some point. Look, no, that's just some red bald guy. Hang on a minute. Like, oh, damn it. Oh, damn. Michael Keaton's wrinkly. Why does this thing hate me so much? I just want to show you Lex Luthor. That guy, Lex Luthor, look at him. But he looks like Christopher Reeves. Look, look, look. Look. See? If he was a little bit fatter in the face, right, and he had hair, he'd look like Christopher Reeves. But he's Lex Luthor at the same time. How weird is that? I just want to show you that. That's all I did this for. Are you ready for an acid trip? Because here's an acid trip. Surprisingly, it was a much more somber, darker movie than I expected it to be. So it's kind of strange because though it's not a horror film, it's got a lot of elements to it that are kind of darker than you'd expect from a family-friendly film. And so it's kind of weird because I wouldn't say it's family-friendly appropriate necessarily, because your kids are going to ask a lot of questions. Like, why is that guy's arm missing? Why is that guy a dickbag? Why are those women in their underwear dancing around an elephant? You know what I mean? Why is everybody on fire screaming? You know, there might be some questions for little kids that might be a little complicated or weird to answer as a parent. Call me crazy, okay? So, I mean, my overall rating goes like this. On a scale from 1 to 10, the acting, the writing, the directing, the cinematography, all of it, I would say, is an easy 7.5 to an 8. You know what? It didn't destroy my childhood, but if it destroyed yours, let me know in the comments. You know what I mean? You tell me the differences between the original and this one, please, so I can give it a good, you know, I'm not going to watch the original, I don't care. But I can give it a good go and be like, oh, okay, well, that was the difference. Dumbo did talk, or Dumbo didn't talk, or people weren't on fire in the original, 'cause I'm pretty sure that didn't happen. It definitely fits into the Tim Burton world, but it feels like it was Tim Burton restricted a little bit, you know? Because I'm thinking, like, it didn't have enough Tim Burton. You know, it wasn't like Batman Returns and, like, big building with people coming out and, like, holding, you know, Golden Globes and weird shit like that. And, you know, Dumbo didn't come flying down with scissor hands, like, or nothing like that, and creepy shit. You know, it still had elements of Tim Burton, but not, it seemed like he was being held back a little. And that could be the severed head of Walt Disney, like, telling him over the shoulder, like, don't make it too creepy. You're a fucking severed head talking to me, dude. That's pretty fucking creepy already. Anyway, so, I can't really say that I would recommend it for, like, a family night if you have young kids. I mean, it's got a decent storyline of finding love and rebuilding and commitment to your family, even if they're not blood, and things of that nature. So it's got a good moral standing of a story, you know? Coming through and all that stuff. I don't know, I wouldn't recommend it as a horror film, because it's not horror, you know? Definitely brinks and teeters that direction quite a bit more than I expected, that's for sure. It's a well-made film. But, you know, I'm gonna give it one of these, definitely. So that's what it gets. And for all of you that voted for it, you get one of those. Yeah, all of you. And my wife gets double of these, because she's an asshole. And on this account, I'm done with this film. Peace. Find me on all of your favorite social sites and join my insanity. Whee!
Look what I made!